Subx. Today I'm checking out broadheads for the crossbows, and I just kind of give you my thoughts. I've got the micro hybrid here, crossbow 100 grain from Grim Reaper. I've got the 100 grain crossbow 2-inch cut from Grim Reaper, which is the traditional mechanical. And I'm going to try probably the little bit heavier Sevrs in the 2.0. These are 150 grain. And I'm going to show you how they shot for me and what I like. The first thing I thought that was unique is how they came in their packaging. The Sevr came with a little like screw that you can put in and turn it into a practice tip so it doesn't open up, but you're shooting all the components plus the tiniest little bit of weight of that screw. I thought that was kind of nice. The micro hybrid Grim Reaper, which is mechanical and fixed, came with a field point to play with, and then the 2-inch just gave us an extra one in the Grim Reaper. So you basically, instead of getting 3, you got 4, so you could trash one. So here I am kind of locking this one down. This Sevr is going to be the first one I'm gonna try. This is 150 grain, made for crossbows. I'm gonna paint a little bit of red on it so that I know that I've used it. I like to do that on my broadheads just because I don't want to go out and shoot the target one outside. So I'm going to do that. Otherwise, really what I'm evaluating for is I want them to be able to hold up with multiple shots. And because I've got kids that shoot crossbows, I want them to shoot very similar to the field point so I don't have to do a lot of adjustment. And I've been told by several people here in the area that these are similar as far as how they shoot. Now in the past I've been using Rages, the tripans that are titanium. So going to these with the Sevrs is similar because they're a really robust and strong set. The Grim Reaper's not maybe quite as strong. I'm putting them on my mission bolts or arrows, whatever you want to call that. And I'm putting them on my 18-inch ones, and we're going to give it a try. And I'm going to shoot the same bolt with all of these so that that's less confusing to me when we're working, okay? So I'm going to get this loaded up, I'm going to get it going, and then I'm going to hopefully get some good results. I'm hoping to shoot these a lot before we'd see a failure point, and I'm going to start out shooting them at about 30 yards and see how we do. So as I started launching the first Sevrs, excuse me, they served me well. They came in really close. I started measuring them all from the center of the number, and it worked out really well. I shot at the 5, then I shot the 6, and then I shot at the dead center. Very pleased with how these shot compared to the field point. My field point is dead on. So that was nice to see. So then next up was going to be this sweet little micro hybrid by Grim Reaper. It's a cool little guy. You know, it's got blades on one side and then the mechanical on the other, so even if the mechanical was to fail, you're still going to cut. So that's obviously its selling point. It's not a titanium model, just FYI on that. And it doesn't make the biggest hole, but I was moderately impressed with how it shot. As you can see, I'm shooting at the 5 here, and I'm maybe an inch over and an inch down. And I shot these multiple times, but I just kept sitting on the bags and trying to launch the best shots I could so I could get the best numbers I could as to how this shot for me. So I noticed, like I said, an immediate change of how they're impacting. So there would have to be some adjustment if I took these out in the field. Here's another shot at one. This one is not low, it's actually a little high, but it's off to the same side to the right there of the 3. They are definitely much more difficult to get out, but again, I get that. And they're probably going to have a little deeper penetration because typically fixed blades do. They don't lose energy on opening up, so there's some advantage to it. So why I struggle here to get this guy out without tearing my bag to pieces. I'm going to see if I can shoot a couple more. The blade is holding up really well. This is, again, the practice one, but it's actually holding up really nicely. And again, I shot the dead center. I'm off to the right, I don't know, maybe about an inch, inch and a quarter. And I did measure all these, but for the sake of argument, that's what it did. Here I shot the 8, same way. Just time and time and time again, it's what it did. So I would have to make some adjustment with this, which is kind of interesting. It just wanted to pull them to that side for me. So next up is going to be the Grim Reaper for the crossbow. That's 2-inch. This is really a long broadhead, folks. I mean, it is. The ferrule, or whatever they call the center shaft on, is just, it's huge. So I don't really know, even though I know it's 100 grains, and I've already shot the Sevrs at 150 grains, I don't know how this is going to do, because it's so much more out there. So here's the first shot. I was shooting at the 6, folks. So, and it did fold up, especially as I pulled it out, but it looks like it made it through just fine. But yeah, I was, shooting these through my mission. My mission's been pretty on as far as accuracy. I'm glad that the broadhead made it through it. But first shot, I thought, boy, maybe I screwed it up. Second shot, I'm still on the 6. My gosh, I'm off. So I'm going to start putting my results here at the bottom so you can see, because the full mechanical Sevr, I did 10 shots. I was only off about a ½ inch on average. The Hybird Grim Reaper, the 1.6, I made another 10 shots. I was only off about a quarter of an inch on the height, and then on the left and right I was off about 1 3/4 inches on average. And the full mechanical Grim Reaper, it didn't make 10 shots. By the 9th shot, it actually broke inside the ferrule, and I had to quit with it. But as you can see, it was 2.75 inches to the one side, and it was low 1.5 inches. So I'm going with these. That was my take on it, folks. I'm gonna take these Robustos out, and they're gonna be my choice for the year. I hope this video was helpful. It's just kind of a simple video on broadheads for the crossbow here.